Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. In this video we'll learn about actor components in Unreal Engine. We'll learn what actor components are, why they are used, how to create actor components, and how to attach actor component to different actors. So let's get started. So actor components are components that you can attach to any actor in your game, and once you attach that component to any actor, that actor will have all those variables and functionality that you define in that specific actor component. To create an actor component, you need to open up your content drawer and let's create a new folder here, and we'll call it as actor component. Inside this folder, we're gonna right click and go to blueprint class, and from here you can choose actor component. You can also read the description, as it says that an actor component is a reusable component that can be added to any actor. That means that the actor component is basically a reusable component that you can use as many times as you want, and you can also add it or attach it with any actor in your game. So let's click on this actor component to create a new actor component, and I'm gonna rename it as AC. AC stands for again actor component underscore let's say as health component. Let's open our health component, and as you can see that actor components are similar to the other blueprints because it is a blueprint as well. Now let's compare it with our player character blueprint. So by the way, if you press Control and B, you can just simply search for whatever you're looking. So we can just search for our third person character, and here we have our third person character blueprint, and here we have actor component blueprint. And now you can see that we can create functions, macros, variables, and event dispatchers in our actor component, just like we usually do in our other blueprints. But most importantly, in actor components, we don't have this components section. If you see, we don't have any component section over here as well, and if I go to Windows, I don't have any uh, section of components to enable it. So that's a difference between actor components and normal blueprint classes. However, once you have created the actor component, you can add it to your player character or any other blueprint class, as I told you. So we will add this health component to our player character. So how to do that is we're gonna go to our player character blueprint, and then under this component section, we're gonna click on add, and you can search for your health component, and it is over here. So let's click on it, and I'm gonna just leave it name as AC underscore health component, and we can compile and save. So now we have created and added our health component to our player character. So now let me tell you why basically we create or we use health components. Let's say for example, this health component will be responsible for each and every variable or each and every function related to the damage system that I want in my game. So basically the damage system will have the functions to apply damage, receive damage, and some variables like max health, current health, and stuff like that. So basically you can also do it in your specific character blueprint or enemy blueprint, but with the actor components it is just easy for you to do the all the functionality in the specific actor component and then attach it to those basically the characters that you want to have those functionalities. So let's say in my case, if I'm having a player character and a enemy as well, so basically they both share the same rule for the damage system or health system. Both of them would have a health, both of them would receive damage. So instead of just repeating the process again and again, we can create all the functionality in a single health component, actor component, and then we can just simply add it to other blueprints so that they also have the same functionality. Now let's create some damage functionality for our player character. So to do that, we're gonna go to our health component, and basically again you can also do it inside your player character blueprint, but this is a tutorial for actor components, so we're gonna do everything inside our health component. So you need to go to our actor component, and then over here let's add a variable, and I'm gonna rename it as current health, and make sure to change its type from boolean to float, and we can add another variable, and we're gonna name it as max health. Compile save. Now this max health variable will indicate the maximum health that our player character can have, and the current health would be the new health of a player character if we receive any damage during runtime. So we'll update our health and then store it inside this current health variable. Now to create damage functionality, there are two ways that you can do. In whatever actor you want to apply damage from, you can just simply search for apply damage, and this would have each and everything: the damage actor, the actor you want damage, and then you have this base damage, the amount of damage that you want to apply. Then you have event instigator, basically the actor who is causing the damage, and then you also have the damage causer. If it is player character or basically a controlled pawn, then it would be instigator. If it is actor, then it should be damage causer, and then you also have some damage type class. And if you're using this method, with this method you need to use the event any damage, this one. So these basically both works together. But if you don't want to use this, you want your own custom damage system, so you can just create a new function here, and you can just simply name it as apply damage. Now for our apply damage function, we need to think that what we want to do when we call this function. So I want to apply the damage to our player or the AI or whatever. So basically how the damage system works is basically we just simply subtract our current health, or we just subtract the amount of damage that we want to apply from our current health and then update it. So how we're going to do that is basically let's click on this apply damage function and create a new input, and we can rename it as damage amount and change it to float. So this damage amount will indicate the amount of damage that we want to apply. Now what we want to do is we can get our current health and then check if our current health is basically greater than 0, and then we can just simply add a branch. And if our current health is greater than 0, that means that we are still alive, and if our health reaches to 0, that means our character is dead. So if our current health is greater than 0, true, this condition is true, that means that okay, we can receive damage. So how we're gonna do that is we basically gonna set our current health, and we're gonna get our current health again and then subtract, and what we want to subtract is the amount of damage, and then this would be the new health. So let's say our current health is 100 and the damage amount is 20, so we're gonna subtract 20 from 100, which would be 80, and then our new current health, which is 80, would be set as our new current health. So also you can just simply use a clamp float to just make sure that your value stays between 0 and the max should be your max health. So this clamp basically makes sure that your values stay between 0 and your max health, whatever you assign. So you can just plug the return value to your current health for now, and we can compile and save it. Now we have created this apply damage function, and if I go to my player character and I drag my health component into the graph and then search for apply damage, you can see that I can call this function now. Now, however, this function is present in my health component, but I can just simply call it from whatever actor which have my health component to it. So let's say that we create a new blueprint class for our AI. So let's create a character and we just call it as bp underscore enemy, and let's open this up, and if we add this actor component, we got health component, And now you can see that the health component is also added inside our enemy as well, and we can just simply call the apply damage function over here as well. Now all the variables, current health and max health variables, would be also in this enemy in my player character as well, and I can also just simply say get current health, or I can just get my max health as well. And these variable are these that we created over here. And also if you select this actor component, health component, you can also see the under the default section you have the values for your current health and max health as well. And same for your player character, you can also have these values. So basically that's how actor components work. You create functionality in one actor component and then attach it to many of your other basically many of your other actors. Now before adding any more functionality to our actor component, let's create a basic HUD for our player character. Now let's open up our content drawer and gonna right click and go to user interface and then widget blueprint, and from here we're gonna select user widget. I'm gonna name it as WBP underscore player HUD. Oops. And let's open this up and let's add a canvas panel, and I'm gonna change its resolution, and then let's add a progress bar, and we're gonna select that and let's anchor it to bottom of the screen. And for the position X, let's set it to somewhere around maybe 80, and for position Y, let's set it to somewhere like, I guess, -100 is good. And also let's change the size as well, 350 and 25, let's see, 25. So we added a progress bar and I'm gonna rename it as health bar. And now let's go to our player character and let's delete it for now, and let's search for begin play. So when begin play, we just say okay, create widget, and the widget that we want to create is our HUD, and let's promote this to a variable score player HUD. And before creating, what we can do is we just get our this WBP underscore player HUD, and you can right click and convert it to validate get, and we can just simply say if it is not valid, then we create, and after creating we just say add to viewport, file save, and if I play you can see that I have a progress bar at the bottom, but now we want to just simply change its color and update it. So for color, let's go to style and then in background image and fill image, but before that let's change the percentage to somewhere around 0.5, and I'm gonna reset this fill color and opacity because I'll be using my background image. And for the tint, let's make it to red. Oh, it's the background. Let's set it to something like this, and we can just make it a little bit blackish. And for the fill image or color, let's set it to red. Okay, so here we have our health bar for now, and let's test it. Now to update our health bar according to our character's current health or max health, we need to create bindings. Now there are many other ways that you can do it. You can use blueprint interfaces as well, or you can just create your functions inside this your player HUD widget and then call them whenever you need. But for this tutorial purpose, we will just create a binding. Now to create binding for our health bar, we need to select our health bar, and then right next to our percent we have a binding symbol. So if you click on it, and you'll have the option to create binding. So let's click on it and it will create a new function for us. It says that the get health bar percent, Now there is one important thing to know, that if I select it and I try to add an input, any input, and then I compile, it will give an error because it says that this function should only return, and it cannot have any parameters. As you can see, it needs to return one value and takes no parameter. So we cannot just simply add inputs to this function. So instead what we can do is, let's delete the event pre-construct and tick, and from construct we can just simply cast to our third person character, and then for object we need to say get player character, like this, and we need to promote this to a variable, and let's rename it as pp underscore third person character, and we can compile save, and inside our health bar we can get our player character, and from here we can get our health component, and from health component what we need is, we need to get our current health, and then we want to divide it with our max health, like this, and then we want to plug this return value to the return value, and we can compile save. Now what is happening is, basically we are getting our current health, which is basically this value, and then we are dividing it with our max health, which is this value. So basically, let's say if our current health is 50 and our max health is 100, so 50 divided by 100 would be 0.5, and then the our percent would be 0.5. So basically halfway through, like this. And for example, if our health is full, that means that our current health is 100 and our max health is 100 as well, so 100 divided by 100 would be 1, so this percentage would be 1, so that would be completely filled. So we can compile and save, and we have created the bindings, so we can go and test it. Now you can see that our health bar is currently empty. And why? Because we don't set the default values. So let's say our max health would be 100 and our current health would be 100 as well. Compile save, and now if I play, you can see that my health bar is updated. And if I change my current health only, let's say I set it to 20, and you can see that my health bar is now again updated. Now instead of setting our current health, especially our current health, to a certain value, we can set it to 0, and we just set our max health to 100 for now. And then if I go to my character blueprint, and then in construction script, what we can do is we can get our health component, and then we can just simply get our max health, and then we can set our current health equal to our max health. So basically whenever our game plays, I want that my character to be spawned with full health, so we can do it like that. And now if I play, you can see that whenever my character will spawn, it will have full health. Okay, now we have created a apply damage function, and we also have created our health bar for our player character. Now let's create a actor that basically applies damage to our player character. So let's open up our content drawer, and I'm gonna right click and go to blueprint class, and I'm gonna create a actor, and I'm gonna rename it as pp underscore damage damage actor. And I'm gonna create a basic actor for this video, and let's add a scene, and we can replace it, and I'm gonna add a simple, let's add sphere collision to it, and the sphere radius, you can change it, let's set it to somewhere around maybe 50. Compile save, and also make sure to make a hidden in game to uncheck it, so that it is basically visible to us. And let's add it to our level, and let's change its radius to maybe around 150, so that it is big. Yep, that's good. And now inside this actor, I'm gonna right click on the sphere and then add event, and on begin overlap, on component begin overlap, so we can add it. And then what we can do is from other actor we can check if other actor is equal to our get player character. So if it is equal to our player character, then we want to apply the damage. So to apply damage, we want to get our health component, because our health component have the apply damage function in it. So what we can do is if the overlap actor is equal to our player character, so from here we can just simply cast to our third person character, and then for the object should be our player character, and from here you can search for get component get component by class here. So the class we want is our AC underscore health component, and then what we want is we'll call the apply damage to it, like this. And the damage amount we want to give, because if you remember in this function we added a damage amount, or the amount of damage that we want to apply. So you can also create a new variable and you can just simply say it as damage amount, and you can make it as a float, and also you can change it to instance editable and expose on spawn. And why? Because if you want to change the amount of damage from here, you can do that. Now you can see, and we can just simply plug this over here. For now I'm gonna set it to 0, but over here let's say we have this actor and this actor as well. So our first actor will apply the damage of maybe 20, and this second actor will apply the damage of 50, like this. So let's say if I overlap with this, I'll get the damage of 20, and if I overlap with this actor, I'll get the damage of 50. So now you can see that how my basically health is decreasing, and it is also updated on my health bar as well. And boom, there we go. Now our health is 0, and if I try to apply the damage again, we cannot apply the damage. However, my character is not dead, because I didn't apply the functionality for just making my character dead. So but for now our damage is working properly. Now if you want to create the death logic, what you can do is from here, when you apply the damage, so we're saying basically we first check that if our character is alive, then we apply the damage, and then after we apply the damage, we just want to check this new value. If this value is basically if it is less than or equal to 0, we can just search for less or equal. Less or equal to 0, that means our character is dead. So if our new value becomes less or equal to 0, what we want is we want to do something. So what we'll do is we can just simply call destroy mm, not destroy, but destroy. So yeah, we cannot destroy the actor. Let's say for now we can just simply print string. However, what you can do is you can dispatch an event from here that okay, on death or whatever. But for now let's say okay, we can just simply call dead, and if it is not, then we can just simply set it like this. So now what will happen is if I go and I just take some damage, it just instantly kills me. I don't know why. Let me check what happened. Oh, so this was the problem, that I forgot to plug my current health. So yeah, make sure to plug that. And now let's test it. So here I'm getting damage, and now once my health reaches to 0, we'll call dead. And you can see that it is saying dead, but my current health has not been updated. So we can say that in our health component, if our health reaches to this, just true, we call it that. And we can also set our current health to the, I don't know, you can set it like this, or you can either set it to 0 if you want, but yeah, that should work. So we're taking damage of 20, and then again 20, and then again 20, and then 50. And we're dead, and our health is 0. Now for our AI, we created a BP enemy, and we also added our health component to it. That means that this apply damage function and current health and max health values are present in this enemy. So let's add a mesh to it. So I'm gonna select the simple, many simple, and let's just reposition it. I guess -90 like this, and let's just simply drag and drop it to our level like this, and we can also rotate it so it is facing towards our character. Okay, now for this AI, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do trace, and if my trace hits to the AI, then we apply damage to it. So to do that, I'm gonna go to my player character, and let's search for E key, and we're gonna say that okay, when I press it, I want to do something, so we'll do a line trace by channel like this, and we want a start and end location. So for start location, we can just simply get our actor location. That's pretty simple, and we can plug it. And for end location, we need to do some calculations. So we need to get control rotation, and then we wanna get our forward vector like this, and then we want to multiply it with a value. Then we can just simply set it to float, and this value should be the you can say the distance that your trace can how far that your trace can go. So let's set it to somewhere around maybe 2000 or 20 meters, or you can also just decrease it. Let's say we set it to 500 for 5 meters, and then you need to add this value like this, plug this to the bottom and then this to the top, and then apply this return value to the end. And for the debug type, set it to for duration. And now let's test our trace. Now if you see, when I press E, I can do a line trace. Now what I want is, if I hit it to my this enemy, I want it to take damage. Now let me just simply move this enemy a little bit closer to us, somewhere around here maybe. And also right now, if I press E, my trace is not colliding with my enemy. So to fix it, you can go to your enemy, and then in your capsule component, you need to search for collision, and from here collision preset, just change it to custom, and just in trace responses, change visibility from ignore to block, and that should make it work. And now if you see that if I interact with my enemy, my trace just simply turns green. And now what we can do is we can add a branch over here, and from out hit we can just simply break hit results like this. And from hit actor, what we can do is we can again get component by class, and the component that we want is our health component, and then we can call apply damage function. And the amount of damage we want to apply is, let's say we want to apply 25. So now every time my trace collides with the enemy, this function will be called, that is present in our health component. So let's test it. So now if I play, I now okay, we applied 25 damage, we applied 50, now 75, and now 100, and now it is not calling the, basically it is not saying that it is dead. So let's see why. Oh, so the problem is over here. If you remember that we set our max health to 100, but our current health is set to 0. And then in our player character, we set our current health in construction script. So similarly, if I go to my BP enemy and then if I select this health component, you can see my max health is set, but my current health is set to 0. So we also want to update it in construction script. So what you can do is you can just simply copy this small function and then just simply paste it over here as well. And in construction script, we just say that okay, we are just simply setting our current health, and now let's test it. So we're applying 25 damage, 25 damage again, 25 again, and boom, there we go. Now our AI is dead. And again, when it is dead, you can just simply destroy the actor or dispatch an event to destroy the actor. So that's it for this video. We learned how actor components work in Unreal Engine, what are actor components, and how you can attach it to different actors in your game. And if you like this video, please make sure to leave a like and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more content, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.